The Majestic Journey, Evolution of the Elephant. Have you ever wondered how elephants, the largest land mammals, evolved to be the magnificent creatures we marvel at today? This video dives deep into their evolution, tracing their journey through time. Join us on this fascinating journey through time, tracking the evolution of elephants. Our journey begins about 60 million years ago, with an animal called Moeritherium. Picture an animal similar to a small pig, with a flexible nose, not quite a trunk, but a precursor to what we now recognize as the hallmark of the elephant family. This is the Moeritherium, one of the earliest known ancestors of the elephant. Residing in the swamps of northern Africa, this creature was about the size of a large dog, with a body length of up to 3 feet. Its teeth, like those of modern elephants, were adapted for a herbivorous diet. However, unlike today's elephants, Moeritherium spent most of its time in water, much like a hippopotamus does today. In fact, its lifestyle was so aquatic that its eyes were positioned high on the head, a feature that allowed it to see above water while the rest of its body remained submerged. Our evolutionary journey doesn't stop here. Fast forward a few million years and we meet another ancient ancestor, the Phosphatherium. This creature was slightly larger than the Moeritherium and more terrestrial, meaning it spent more time on land. The Phosphatherium had a longer, more flexible upper lip, hinting at the beginnings of a trunk, a feature we all associate with the mighty elephants of today. The Phosphatherium, like the Moeritherium, was a plant eater, but its teeth were better adapted for grazing on tough, fibrous vegetation, a sign of the direction its descendants were heading. This shift in diet was likely a response to the changing environment, moving from swampy, forested areas to more open, grassy landscapes. These early ancestors, although far removed from the elephants we know and love today, laid the groundwork for the evolution of one of nature's most magnificent creatures. Their adaptations, from their aquatic lifestyle to their changing diet, set in motion a series of evolutionary changes that would lead to the emergence of the elephant family. From these humble beginnings, the lineage of elephants began to evolve and diversify. Our journey through the evolution of the elephant is just beginning, so stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating history of these gentle giants. Moving forward in time, we encounter the Proboscideans, a group that includes modern-day elephants. This family tree has deep roots, and it's fascinating to see how it has branched out over millions of years. The Proboscideans are characterized by several unique traits that make them stand out in the animal kingdom. Most notably, they have long, curved tusks and a distinctive trunk, or proboscis. This trunk is a remarkable adaptation, a fusion of the nose and upper lip that serves multiple functions, from a grasping hand to a snorkel for swimming. Now, let's delve into some notable members of the Proboscidean family. First up, we have mammoth, also known as the mastodons. These creatures roamed what is now North America around 10 million years ago. With their stout bodies, long curved tusks, and shorter trunks, mastodons were a sight to behold. Next, we have Gomphotherium, a fascinating creature that lived around 15 million years ago. These Proboscideans had 4 tusks, 2 on the upper jaw and 2 on the elongated lower jaw. Their lower tusks were flat and shovel-like, suggesting they were used for digging or scraping vegetation. Finally, let's talk about Amebelodon, often referred to as the shovel-tuskers. Living around 10 million years ago, these Proboscideans had lower tusks that were broad and flat, resembling a shovel. This unique feature likely aided them in feeding from aquatic vegetation. Over millions of years, these and other Proboscideans evolved and adapted to their environments. They diversified into a wide range of forms and sizes, from the small, pig-sized Moeritherium to the colossal Dinotherium, which could reach heights of up to 4 meters at the shoulder. The Proboscideans were a diverse and successful group, but the best was yet to come. As we continue this journey, we'll see how these incredible creatures paved the way for the elephants we know and love today. Fast forward to the Ice Age, and we encounter the most famous prehistoric elephants, the mammoths and the mastodons. As we delve into the icy past, we meet 2 colossal figures that ruled the frosty plains, the woolly mammoth and the mastodon. The mammoth, with its iconic curved tusks and humped shoulders, was a sight to behold. Its cousin, the mastodon, while similar in size, sported straighter tusks and a more robust build. Now, living in the Ice Age was no picnic. Picture this: below freezing temperatures, snow-covered landscapes, and scarce vegetation. Not exactly an elephant's paradise, right? But these prehistoric pachyderms were no ordinary elephants. They were built for the cold, ready to take on the Ice Age. The woolly mammoth, for instance, was the epitome of an Ice Age adaptation. It wore a thick, shaggy coat of fur, a built-in insulator against the chilling winds. Underneath this woolly exterior was a layer of fat, which served as an additional shield against the cold. And then there were the tusks. Oh, those magnificent tusks! They were not just for show. The mammoth's long, curved tusks were handy tools for clearing snow to reach the vegetation beneath. The mastodon, on the other hand, had adaptations of its own. Its teeth, unlike the mammoths, were conical, designed to crush and grind frozen vegetation. But despite these impressive adaptations, the Ice Age giants could not withstand the test of time. Changes in climate, coupled with hunting by early humans, led to their eventual extinction. The last of the woolly mammoths breathed their last some 4,000 years ago on a remote island off the coast of Alaska. Their disappearance marked the end of an era, but not the end of the elephant's evolutionary journey. As we approach the present day, we see the emergence of the elephants we know and love. Let's journey back to some 5 million years ago. This was when the ancestor of all modern elephants, known as the Primalephus, roamed the African plains. The Primalephus is recognized as the common ancestor of both African and Asian elephants, the two types of elephants we are familiar with today. As time passed, around 2 to 3 million years ago, the Primalephus diverged into two distinct lineages. One lineage led to the African elephants, the largest land mammals on Earth. They are known for their larger ears, which, like solar panels, help regulate body temperature. They also possess a unique trunk with two finger-like projections at the tip, allowing them to grasp and manipulate objects with precision. Simultaneously, the other lineage led to the Asian elephants. These elephants are noticeably smaller, with humped backs and smaller ears. Their trunks, too, are different, with just one finger-like projection. These adaptations are thought to have evolved in response to their habitat, dietary needs, and climate. These two species of elephants, although separated by geography, share many similarities. Both species are highly social, living in tight-knit matriarchal societies. They have remarkable memories, a trait that allows them to remember friends and foes, find water sources, and navigate vast landscapes. In addition, both the African and Asian elephants have developed unique ways to communicate, using infrasound, vibrations, and even visual signals. They are also known for their complex emotions and behaviors, displaying empathy, compassion, and even grief. Over the years, these magnificent creatures have continued to adapt, surviving changes in climate, landscape, and even human interference. They've evolved to be resilient and adaptable, traits that will hopefully ensure their survival for many more millennia to come. And that brings us to the present day, with our magnificent modern elephants. So what are the key points to remember about elephant evolution? Well, first off, our journey began some 55 million years ago with a small pig-like creature known as Moeritherium. This little fellow, who lived in the swamps of North Africa, is believed to be the earliest known ancestor of today's elephants. It's fascinating to think about how different they were back then, isn't it? Moving forward in time, we encountered the Proboscideans, a diverse group that included the likes of Moeritherium and Gomphotherium. These creatures, with their long, downward-curving tusks, were a testament to the creative potential of evolution. Then we stepped into the Ice Age, a period that saw the rise of the mammoths and mastodons. These giants, with their shaggy coats and impressive tusks, were well adapted to the cold and harsh environments of the time, but as we know, they eventually disappeared, leaving only their bones and tusks as evidence of their existence. Finally, we arrived at the birth of modern elephants. These majestic creatures, which include the African and Asian elephants, are the last remaining members of the Proboscidean family. They are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of this remarkable lineage. Their long trunks, Large ears and complex social structures are all adaptations that have allowed them to survive and thrive in diverse habitats around the world. In conclusion, the evolution of elephants is a fascinating journey, filled with twists and turns, triumphs and tragedies. It's a story that reminds us of the power and resilience of life, the beauty of diversity, and the constant drive to adapt and overcome. Elephant evolution is a story of adaptation and survival, a testament to the power of life to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing world.